Hello, everyone. Our next speaker is MickeyMonroe.
Hi, good morning, Antonia. How are you?
I'm good, Mickey. Lovely to see you.
Yes, welcome everyone. It's an absolutely gorgeous day here in London. It really is. The sun is out at last, and that makes it a very exciting day to take some deep breaths and be revitalized. So, this morning, we're going to practice the microcosmic orbit. And the wonderful thing about the microcosmic orbit is that, well, if you have an image of a circle of light, so the image that I like to use when I'm teaching my students is a white line of energy that's literally, imagine, orbiting around your body, but it's actually going in this direction. And many of us, I'm sure most of you, many of you, will have heard of the chakras. The chakras are wheels of energy, and each chakra has a different type of energy, you could say. For example, your heart is the center of unconditional love, or your solar plexus, the center of, like, who am I? The center of our independent self. And so each one of the chakras, mostly most of us learn about the 7 major chakras, but actually there are 11 major chakras. And those chakras are in the front of the body and also in the back of the body. So what the microcosmic orbit, it's a bit of a big mouthful, does is it channels all the energy, all the dispersed energy into one orbit, complete line. And what it does is it reservoirs the energy into the governor verso and the major meridians. They're all refilled, and then after that, energy is evenly distributed to the minor meridians and the organs. So the microcosmic orbit, really, perhaps you could say, it's the best way to cultivate health and long life, because if you imagine that we're all energy, and energy creates motion in our body, and it's also for our mental health as well. And it also is not only great for living a long, healthy life, but it's also a way to deepen your spiritual practice. This breathing technique can be used at the beginning of, say, for example, before you're about to practice some yoga or some martial arts or any of the sacred inner practices, inner arts. But it's also very nice at the end of a yoga practice when you're in Shavasana to practice the microcosmic orbit. So there are 2 ways that I teach microcosmic orbit, is sitting up or lying down in Shavasana. I'm going to show you the sit-up version for ease. Now, first of all, I'm going to try and give you a visual representation of what's happening here. So your second chakra here in between your navel and your pubic bone, center here in your abdomen, in your denten. Now this is where your little, if you like, your little furnace of energy, your store, the little fire, you know, when you see a train and an old steam train, and the guys are shoveling coal into this fire and it's powering this steam train along. This is your little fire, and by doing this practice, we're shoveling coal into it, and it's being distributed around your body, and it's getting your engine moving, getting you moving. And so it's from here, and then it's going to, so imagine we're starting here. The light of energy, imagine a white line of energy going down under your pubic bone, coming up, and it's beginning at your base chakra. Now, these are these chakras in the back that I was talking about. your basic chakra, your base chakra, the center of will, the center of real prosperity and action. When this chakra is blocked, you find that you have a sense of unable to achieve those tasks, procrastination. Procrastination is a sign that this chakra, your basic chakra, is blocked. So by practicing the microcosmic orbit, we are unblocking the chakras and energizing them as we go through the practice. So you have your basic chakra. Then coming up, it's called your Meng Meng. This chakra balances your blood pressure. It's in charge of your blood pressure. So it's also a distributing chakra. Coming up next, your back solar plexus. So doing the same job as your front solar plexus. So going from here to here, the center of the eye. When the solar plexus is balanced, we have a lovely sense of just being. There's no anger or anxiety. Many of our worries and our anxieties are stored in our solar plexus. So again, energizing that, clearing out and powering up so that those worries and anxieties are disintegrated. So coming up from the solar plexus up to the back heart. Now with the back heart, again, front heart, back heart, the back heart, we're able to energize the heart from the back. We don't energize the heart from the front because it's too strong. So we energize the heart from the back. Coming up the back of the neck, the back of the head chakra, one of the minor chakras. Again, Ajna chakra, back of the head chakra, coming over the top of the head to the Ajna chakra. So over the crown, over the forehead, and into the Ajna chakra. And we pause here. That's the stop of the ascending energy. And then we descend the energy down the front of the body through the throat chakra, through the heart chakra, solar plexus, navel, and into your abdomen. So just recapping that, in case that sounded slightly confusing and overwhelming, the orbit's going down from our abdomen down under the pubic bone, and it starts its ascension from here. So we will be inhaling from, if your visualization, hopefully I'm not going too quickly, I'll slow down. Your visualization is starting at your basic chakra, ascending energy, ascending the orbit up over the top of the head for a count of 4 breaths. Then we're going to pause here at the Ajna chakra for 2. 1, I'll count these in for you. Then we're going to descend the energy down, back down to the abdomen. We'll stop here on empty, and then we'll ascend on the inhale. So you'll be inhaling, ascending energy, exhaling, descending energy. And so this orbit continues. And it's a very ancient practice that really has its place in our modern world for the reasons of unblocking and energizing our chakras so that we have that lovely sense of balance. This is a practice that I would recommend for either before exercising or at the end of exercising, before or ending, or in the morning. It's not really a practice that I would recommend for the end of the day, because using a practice that's energizing at the end of the day can just mean that you won't sleep very well because your body's having this different type of energy going on. Whereas in the evening, you want your energy to be more of a calming down, slowing down, certainly not firing up your orbit at the end of the day. So let's begin, shall we? So we're going to practice it together sitting up. So I would recommend that you really take a moment. Let's take a moment together to find a comfortable seat. Now, I often practice the microcosmic orbit sitting in this way. Now, for the purpose of being able to sit this way for about 10 minutes, get a nice big pillow and put that big pillow right in behind the back of your knees to create a little bit of extra space, and then sit back and down. So it's good. I really recommend that you practice sitting like this. So it may, if you've not done this sitting posture before or a lot, then you might find this quite uncomfortable after a couple of minutes. But I encourage you to go with it. Alternatively, why I like this sitting posture for the microcosmic orbit is that you're sitting up nice and straight, and you can actually, if you imagine that circle of energy going around when you're sitting in this position. If it's too uncomfortable, option B is to lie down in Shavasana, nice and flat on a yoga mat, if you have one, or on your carpet, it doesn't really matter. You're nice and flat, and put your hands on your abdomen. And again, at the same time, have this visualization of this white line of energy going around. Third option is to find just sit in easy pose. Again, I would use a big pillow or a nice firm cushion and just sit on the edge of that, just so that it helps to just tilt your pelvis slightly further forward and to be able to drop your knees down. Again, move any sort of flesh from your bum so you can actually feel your sitting bones, so that you have this sense of really sitting up again. Nice straight spine, nice erect posture. So that's your 3 options. So let's find our position together. So we're going to practice the orbit. We're going to circle the orbit 7 times. And then we're going to have a nice period of 3 minutes in silence. Then we're going to circle it again 7 times and have another 3 minutes. And then we'll come together after that. Okay? So sitting quietly, find your position, and just take a moment before beginning any breathing practice. I would encourage you to just take a couple of minutes just before you start to, first of all, find a nice comfortable seating posture. Second of all, just to land in the space, whatever that space is, whether it's a corner of your bedroom or a little place in your kitchen or a wonderful magical space, or even outside, just land. And just closing down the eyes, just let go of any fidgets, any little things that you're thinking about, what's going to happen next, shopping lists, things to do. Let that go. And just follow my direction in this wonderful, wonderful practice of the microcosmic orbit, the circle of light. And let's just give it a go. And after we've done it, so we're going to do 7 times, have a break, then another 7 times, another break, and then we're going to come together. So sitting quietly, I'll just give you a moment to just come together in your seat. Take your hands, and with your palms, just place them on that chakra number 2, on your abdomen, between your pubic bone and your navel, that space there. So just direct your mind to that place. Are you there? Okay. Now, take a moment to just notice where your breath is, without any force, without any pushing. Just notice where it's at now. Notice where you are at mentally now. Any thoughts or feelings? And let those thoughts or feelings just go. And take all your attention now to your hands, to your abdomen. Just slowing down and quietening down now. There's no rush. Quietening down the mind. quietening down the breath. So let's just begin. Take a big inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. Let it go. Let's do that together. That's nice. Once more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Okay, hands on there. Hands on abdomen. Visualize it in that line of energy. Let's inhale for the count of 4, ascending energy up the back from the basic chakra. Here we go. Inhale. Inhaling 1 through the black solar plexus, 2 up the spine, 3 over the top of the head, over the crown, 4 pause, stop, Ajna chakra, hold the breath there. 1, 2, exhale, descending energy for the count of 4. Here we go. 1, down the face, 2, through the throat, 3, through the heart, 4, solar plexus, through the navel, stop. Pause right there in your hands. 1, 2, inhale, round up, ascending energy from the basic chakra, up through the back solar plexus, up the spine. Visualize the orbit over the back of the head, top over the crown. 4, stop. The second into the Ajna chakra. 1, 2, descending, exhale down the face. 1, through the heart. 2, 3, solar plexus. 4, navel, stop. Hold on empty in your abdomen. 1, 2, here we go. Inhale, round up through the basic chakra. Inhale, 1, up the back of the spine. 2, over the back of the head. 3, over the top of the head. 4, stop. Ajna chakra. Hold the breath. 1, 2, descending energy down the face. Exhale, 1, through the heart. 2, through the solar plexus. 3, through the navel. 4, stop. Hold that on empty in your hands. 1, 2, inhale, round up through the basic chakra. Inhale, 1, up the back of the spine. 2, the back of the neck. 3, over the top of the head. 4, stop. Ajna chakra. 1, 2, descending energy down the face. 1, through the heart. 2, through the solar plexus. 3, through the navel. 4, stop in your abdomen. 1, 2, inhale, up through the basic chakra, through the solar plexus. 2, the back heart. 3, over the top of the head. 4, stop. Pause. Ajna chakra between the eyebrows. Hold it. 1, 2, descending down the face. Exhale through the heart. 3, through the solar plexus, through the navel. 4, boom, stop on the abdomen. 1, hold on empty. 2, inhale, round you go again. Inhale, up, ascending energy. Draw that line of circle of light up over the top of the head. Boom, Ajna chakra. Hold it on full. 1, 2, descending energy. Exhale down through the heart, through the solar plexus, through the navel, into your hands. Stop. Hold on empty. 1, 2. Inhale, round you go, up the basic chakra, through the solar plexus, the back heart, over the top of the head. 4, stop. Ajna chakra between the eyebrows. Hold on full. 1, 2, descending energy down through the heart. 2, solar plexus, 3, navel, 4, stop. Hold it in the abdomen. 1, 2. Let the breath relax now. We're going to take 3 minutes to just let that orbit absorb. Just let your breath return to its natural flow. And let the energy of that orbit disperse now around the body. Just have that visualization and relax. When you feel your mind wandering, come back to that visualization of this line of this orbiting energy, this circle of light, refreshing and renewing all the energy. It's dispersing now throughout your whole body, all the cells. I'm going to not speak for the next minute to just let that absorb, to be still. Just try to be as still as you can for your last minute. Well done. So next, why don't we, for the next orbit, change your seating position to just give yourself, if you're sitting like this, why not lie down in Shavasana and take your hands to your abdomen. So lying down in Shavasana, take another moment to just experience the different energy from sitting to lying down. I'm going to stay sitting to help you to direct this energy flow. So lying down in Shavasana, again, let's just take a moment to just find that comfortable position. Okay? Lying down, here we go. Hands again on your abdomen. And so just hands on your abdomen. Let yourself just totally submit yourself to where you are if you're lying down in Shavasana. Or maybe if you were in Shavasana the last round, you're sitting up now. Let's give it a different position. Here we go. We're going to start again. So I'm going to sit up here to help direct you with the visualization. I'm going to put my pillow back in there. Here we go. So taking your hands to your abdomen again, okay? Take a moment to focus on your second chakra there, okay? Let's inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Nice. Take your attention to your abdomen. Here we go. Inhale, coming up the spine, sending energy at your basic chakra. Inhale up, 1, up the back of the spine, 2, over the back of the head, 3, over the top of the head, 4, pause. Ajna chakra in between the eyebrows. 1, 2. Exhale, descending energy down the face, down the throat, through the heart. 3, through the solar plexus. 4, pause. Stop. Hold on empty. 1, 2. Inhale, round you go, up basic. Up through the back solar plexus, up the back of the heart, over the top of the head, stop. Ajna chakra. Hold for on full. 1, 2, descending energy. Exhale down the face, through the throat, through the heart, through the solar plexus, through the navel, stop. Hold on empty. 1, 2, round you go. Inhale, up through the basic chakra, through the back solar plexus, the back heart, over the top of the head, stop, Ajna chakra. Hold, 1, 2, exhale down the front of the body, descending energy through the heart, through the solar plexus, down through the navel to the abdomen, hold, 1, 2, inhale, ascending energy, up the back, up the spine, through the back heart, through the back head chakra, over the crown to the Ajna chakra. Hold it. 1, 2, descending energy down the face, through the throat, through the heart. 2, solar plexus. 3, navel, stop. Hold on empty. 1, 2, inhale up through the basic chakra, up the back, up the spine, inhaling over the top of the head, stop, Ajna chakra. 1, 2, descending down the front of the body, through the heart, through the solar plexus, through the navel, stop in your abdomen, hold. 1, 2, ascending energy, inhale, powering it up now. Inhale up the back, through the back solar plexus, back heart, over the top of the head, the crown, stop, Ajna chakra, in between the eyebrows, hold it. 1, 2, descending down the front of the body, through the heart, through the solar plexus, the navel, stop in your abdomen, hold it on empty. 1, 2, let's power it up now, faster, inhale, 1, up the back of the spine, 2, over the top of the head, 3, over the crown, 4, stop, Ajna chakra. 1, 2, descend it, down through the heart, through the solar plexus, exhaling all the way down to your abdomen, hold it. 1, 2, inhale, really power up now for the last 2. Inhale through the basic chakra, up through the back solar plexus, the back heart, over the top of the head. Hold it in the Ajna chakra between the eyebrows. 1, 2, descending down, descending energy down through the heart, solar plexus, navel, pause at your abdomen. Hold it. 1, 2, last 2 orbits. Let's go round, up from the basic chakra, inhaling up the spine. 2, 3, over the top of the head. 4, stop, Ajna chakra, hold it. 1, 2, descend it. See that powerful energy, that channeling all the power down through your front chakras. Stop, hold it in your abdomen. Empty. 1, 2, last time, inhaling, basic chakra, Meng Meng, solar plexus, back heart, over the top of the head to your Ajna chakra. Hold it. 1, 2, descending energy down the face, through the throat, through the heart, through the solar plexus, down through the navel, stop, hold it. 1, 2, release, let it go. 3 minutes of stillness. So in this stillness, once again, imagine that very powerful orbiting energy now is distributing that through all the meridians, into your organs, through all the cells in all your body are all starting to light up. Have that visualization now that it's not just an orbiting white energy, its energy is lighting up your whole body from the inside out. So just 3 minutes to let that happen. The wonder of the breath, it really is. So whenever you see yourself drift, just come back to that visualization of this distribution of this powerful white energy. Follow your breath, your own breath. Let it be still. So physically, you're being very still, but energetically, there is a lot of powerful movement. So for a lot of firing up energy distribution. You're almost there. Let your face be relaxed. I'm going to be quiet for 1 minute to just let this stillness just really flow through. So when you're ready, just give your finger, if you're in Shavasana, just wriggle your fingers and your toes and bring yourself back into your body in a physical sense. How do you feel now? What are your feelings? What's going on in your head? What are the thoughts, the emotions? I'm guessing much calmer. A sense of being revitalized, but a sense of calmness. And this really is the power of the breathing exercises. Many of us, without cultivating and learning really new breathing techniques, we're not using the breath for its ultimate well-being properties, if you like, because we're not spreading the energy evenly throughout our body, and we're not using the breath as a powerful tool. Prana really has energy, is really what is life, creates life. So why, just to go back to the beginning about the microcosmic orbit. So going back, if you missed the beginning of this talk, we were talking about the 11 chakras. So the chakras in the front of the body and the chakras in the back of the body. So why in the microcosmic orbit, we begin at the basic and then we stop here. So why do we stop here at the Ajna chakra? Well, the Ajna chakra is actually the chakra that controls all the other chakras in our body. So when our Ajna chakra has, if you like, lost control, that creates the feelings of that are a feeling of being unbalanced, that what's going on in the circumstances outside of us have more control of us. So for example, oh, I'm having a really bad day today. This has happened, that has happened. Oh, everything is terrible. Oh, everything is getting on top of me. You know that expression? Many of us use it. Everything's getting on top of me. What that expression is really saying is that my Ajna chakra has lost control, and that what's going on in the outside, the more physical parts, have got control of me. So the lower, perhaps your lower chakras are overstimulated, and your upper chakras are understimulated. And so the physical realm has more control over the more spiritual realm on the top. So it's important. So that's why the microcosmic orbits pauses here, because to really fire up and intensify, and because this chakra has control of all the other chakras, we're sending the energy here and then it's distributing it around. And then descending down through the throat chakra, the heart chakra, the center of unconditional love, the love that we have for other people and for the world around us. So it's important for this chakra to be energized and balanced. Down through the solar plexus, again, as I was saying at the beginning of our session, The solar plexus is, when our solar plexus is unbalanced, we have that. This is where anxiety, extreme emotions of perhaps anger and aggression on one side, and then at the other side, real empathy, procrastination, and a real sense of lower self-worth. So that's this unbalanced feeling of 1 minute you feel really low, the next you're angry and aggressive, or maybe extremes. When you're balanced, and the solar plexus is a sense of just being able to just be. So that's where these breathing techniques are really work for not just our physical, not just our physical health, but our spiritual and mental health, going down through the navel and into that abdomen where our little furnace, that visualization of the steam engine at the beginning of our practice, we're digging the coal in. I'm really showing my age there, knowing about steam engines in the digital world. Putting the coal in the engine and creating a little furnace there that charges us, because without this energy, without that furnace of energy, we wouldn't be able to move around. Down through the pubic bone, through our sex chakra, and up through our basic chakra. The basic chakra here at the bottom of our spine and at our tailbone, the basic chakra, our sense of prosperity, strength of will, the willingness to do good. This all starts here. And again, when this is out of balance, a low sense of capabilities to do things. When someone is very strong in their basic chakra, they're very driven. They're very sort of on point, That's an extreme. Where they're just really driving forward all the time. That's an extreme of the basic chakra. On the other side is intense procrastination. So many successful people are very powerful in their energy, in their basic chakra, because it gives them this intense capability to be able to stay on task and stay driven. But if that becomes too extreme and out of balance, then that's something that they charge of. That becomes too fiery and aggressive, that energy, and there is no sense of anything outside of themselves. So it's a sense of prosperity as well. When the basic chakra is low in energy, we have a negative sense of our own prosperity, and can often be financial problems, can have low energy in our basic chakra. And then coming up, the Ming Ming, the distribution, or blood pressure mainly, and then up through back solar plexus. So just the same as the front solar plexus, this being able to clear that out, disintegrating, I love that word, disintegrating any negative anxiety and low worries and extremes, up through the back heart, up through the back of the neck, the back head, the crown. Of course, the crown is really our portal to invite in this divine energy from the universe. If that sounds a little bit too whoa-ho-ho for this time in the morning, there's not any other really. I love saying that it's the portal to the divine energy of the universe, because not only is it within that divine energy is a sense of creativity, and for me, a sense of can do. Bringing, it's the way that we can invite energy in from the universe and to pass through us, and for us to, sense of love and compassion for other beings is also the energy of the crown. Inviting the divine energy into the universe and sharing it with other people. Forehead, our forehead here at the top of our hairline. This chakra is really the third eye, the sense of understanding and seeing the world. Ajna chakra, we've spoken about that. And down through the face. So I really hope that you enjoyed practicing the microcosmic orbit with me. And Antonia, do we have some questions?
Not at the moment, Mickey, but we can ask some questions if anyone would like to.
Is there anything that, perhaps if there was anything that wasn't clear about the microcosmic orbit and about its benefits, not just health and long life, but a deeper spiritual understanding through the energies of the chakras and creating balance?
Yeah. I mean, you haven't really explained in details, really. So, yeah. You have. So if you want to carry on, and then maybe later there will be some more questions. So yeah.
Well, what we could do is through a follow-up of that, it would be to think about how you can invite, if we carry on really, because the microcosmic orbit is very energy related in terms of the power of the chakras, you could look at what we could do is really perhaps if there's anyone who's just joined us later on, we could go through the orbit again and as we go through it, really, as I've explained the power of those and the energies of all the different chakras, perhaps this time we could go through the orbit again in practice together with that visualization of each one of the chakras being powered up, and perhaps for any of us on an individual basis, thinking about what energies are we depleted on today and what energies are overreacting. So if to just try to be clearer about what I mean by that would be, if you're feeling a bit more worried about something today, that would suggest a depletion here. Mm-hmm. If you're feeling a sense of procrastination about perhaps you have some really, something on today that you have to deal with, that could be something related to work, or it could even be something that's just a personal thing that you have to do that you've been putting off for a while. On a practical sense, it could be anything like clearing up, doing some cleaning around the house, or a bit of what I call space making, where you've got some books perhaps in a corner that you've been meaning to tidy up for ages, but you've just been putting it off. This is low energy in the basic chakra. So just thinking about that for an individual, using myself as a barometer, I have a tendency to procrastinate. And I have a tendency to put off things that I think, oh, I'll do that later. And then later comes around and I push that into tomorrow, I'll do that tomorrow. So that's low energy here. So when I'm doing my microcosmic orbit, when the orbit's going through my basic, it's like firing up the energy in my basic chakra. So afterwards, I'll be jumping on that corner over there with all the books in it that's looking a bit messy and tidy it up. And there's a lovely sense, and we're all been there, I'm sure I'm not the only one, that when you do tidy up that corner, you have this amazing sense of, why didn't I do that before? Why didn't I do that before? And that's why these breathing energies and practices, they're not just something that can be used as part of our spiritual practice. They really do have benefits that are for our everyday life. And that's why us Breath Hub app people really encourage you to join the Breath Hub app. You can follow me on there and practice together. Or you can even try it out for the 7 days. The 7 days, when I'm telling my students to try out something new, I always encourage them to try it for 7 days, because when you do something once, it's a pretty big miracle for, you know, you'll feel something from that. You'll go, oh, but maybe that the problem comes back again. And you might think, well, that was pointless in doing that because it didn't work. But you can't really expect something to work or, you know, disintegrate your procrastination problems like me after just practicing it once. So I really encourage you guys to try the 7-day trial, give it a go. And I'll be absolutely amazed. And please send us in a message if you don't feel quite wonderful and some sense of change, because it's about consistency, practicing every day. Make a time for your day. It's another thing that I always encourage my students to do, is to make time. So for example, practicing your microcosmic orbit after today, go on the Breath Hub app, download the orbit, or make some time in your day. If you know that you have to, for example, start work at 7, then you set your alarm for 6:45, because it takes you 15 minutes to get ready. But to fit in your microcosmic orbit to that schedule, set your alarm for 6:30 so that you dedicate that 15 minutes to your breathing practice. Make time in your day to do it. You know, don't just expect that you'll just be able to slot it in, because from many, many years of experience, I can tell you that that doesn't really work because you might do it a couple of times, but you'll find another thing will creep into that time slot. So make a time, set an alarm, and let that be your time to practice your breathing exercise. Okay, so let's practice the orbit one more time for anyone who's arrived late. So sitting up, for you guys who've been here and done it twice before, then change your seating position. So if you've tried Shavasana, you've tried in sit up, try an easy pose, and just come to sitting up nice and straight. Think about that chakra that you have depleted energy in. Are you feeling anxious today? Do you feel procrastination? Do you feel is there a sense of loss somewhere in your heart? Something's happened? Or just inviting divine energy in from the universe to encourage some creativity on some task, perhaps a creative task that you have to do today, or some creative thinking about some challenge that you have on. Maybe you're moving house and you need some creative thinking about how you're going to organize yourself. Lots of different ways. So let's just do it a couple of times together, 3 times. Beginning sit up, take your hands onto your palm again, your palms onto your abdomen, even between your pubic bone and your navel. Take your palms there. Have a think about that thing. Divine energy from the universe, unconditional love, anxiety, procrastinations. And have an image that by doing this orbit, disintegrating any negative energies that are sitting there. Here we go. Fully exhale. Inhaling for the count of 4. Round you go. Ascending energy from the basic chakra. Inhale up the back of the spine. 2. Inhale 3, 4. Pause for 2. Hold that energy at your Ajna chakra. Hold it. 1, 2. Descending energy down the face, through the throat, through your heart, charging up. Descending energy, solar plexus, through the navel, into your palms. Hold it there, empty. 1, 2. Ascending energy, round, orbiting up from the basic chakra, up the back of the spine, over the top of the head. Pause. Ajna chakra. Remember, this is the chakra that controls all the other chakras. So energizing it. 1, 2. Descending energy down the face, through the heart, down through the solar plexus, through the navel, into your abdomen. Hold it there. Hold on empty. 1, 2. Remember, this is your furnace. Inhale up through the basic chakra, solar plexus, back heart, back head, over the crown, stop. Ajna chakra. Power up that controller of all the other chakras. Descending exhale down the face, through the heart, through the solar plexus, through the navel, into your abdomen. Hold it there. 1, 2. Orbiting round again, ascending. Really power up those chakras. Basic chakra, Meng Meng, back solar plexus, back heart, over the top of the head, over the crown, Ajna chakra. Hold it. 1, 2. Descending down the face, through the heart, through the solar plexus, through the navel, stop. Abdomen. 1, 2. Last time, round we go. Inhaling, power up those chakras. Disintegrate any dark energies in there and let the light of this orbit in, over through the top of the head, Ajna chakra. Pause. 1, 2. Descending down the face, through the heart, through the solar plexus, navel, stop. Hold it on empty. 1, 2. Then release. And just have that visualization now of that orbit, all that energy that you've channeled into that orbit. Let it distribute now out. And with that white light, that very powerful light energy distributing, it's not only distributing through the body, it's also disintegrating. So you're disintegrating negative thoughts and that's stuck in there, in those chakras, and you're firing it up with positive, bright, white, clear energy. So just take a minute. I'm going to sit silently for a minute. Okay, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Just give your fingers and toes a little wriggle, make some little physical movements and come back into the room. Very good. So a key preparation for your day, a key preparation for any of the inner arts practice, yoga, tai chi, qigong, any of these practices, the microcosmic orbit can really focus and create energy that you can use within your practice. And also breathing within any practice can really, what the breath does, many of you guys will have heard of prana, breath or ki, energy. These when you're practicing your yoga or your whatever physical exercise today, as you use your breath through that exercise, you will actually be firing that energy up. So when you're in a yoga posture, I teach yoga, so that's why I'm using yoga as an example. When you're in a yoga asana, as you inhale and as you exhale, you're really powering the energy through. So there are many different breathing exercises on the Breath Hub app for you to practice and find one that's suitable for you that day. What's so great about breathing What's so great about breathing is that's what keeps us alive. That's what's so great about breathing. But what's so great about breath practice, as we call it, is that it really has a way of adding, special sauce into what you're doing. And by practicing the microcosmic orbit every day, by practicing and just taking your attention to your breath in whatever you're doing, you will find that it will help you have a more, not so much of a reactive response to the situations that are happening around you. As I was saying earlier, when your Ajna chakra has lost control of your body, the circumstances that are happening around you, you're reacting to them because those circumstances have control of you. By using breath work, we're able to really, you think to a certain extent you're controlling your physical self, but actually you're really in control of your energetic self. And everything starts in the energy body. When it begins in the energy body, and then it happens in the physical body. So that's really why we at Breath App love breathing exercises, isn't it, Antonia?
Yes, we do. Thank you for explaining that. Thank you.
And if there's any other questions, or if anyone wants to contact me afterwards about the microcosmic orbit or any other related subjects like the chakras, which is a very exciting subject, I'd be happy to answer them. Or Antonia, have you got anything you'd like to ask?
I mean, you have, like I said, you have really explained very much about, the chakra, and when you say that's the center of our front head, that is the main one that's really control all the other chakra. I think that was very powerful for you to say that, and so maybe you can explain us why, the reasons, maybe go more in details about that.
Well, really, what that's related to, it's not something that it's something that's part of the ancient teachings about the energy, the different energies of the chakras, like for example, the solar plexus, which is the solar plexus, for anyone who's just not really sure, the solar plexus is that little soft bit there, just at the bottom of, you've got your sternum there, and as your ribs split open, that little soft bit there is your solar plexus, and the back solar plexus is just behind it here. So as we understand that this is the center of the energy in a negative way of anxiety and worry, and if you think about yourself, as I always say, use yourself as a barometer. Often we go, oh, what, I was just really worried about that. So look at what I'm doing. Look where my hands are just automatically going here and here. So often we can feel a sense of almost like that upset tummy kind of feeling when we're feeling anxious about something. Aha, this is the area of the solar plexus. And where we go, oh, we think it's an upset tummy, but it's actually the energy that's happening here. And about the Ajna chakra as being the chakra that controls all our other energies, when you see those, you see some ancient pictures or drawings on the wall, they have a light that comes from here, and that's the light of their Ajna chakra being very bright. They're being very bright, but it really is an area that can become blocked. If you imagine when you're frowning, when you frown, the frown lines are happening here, so you're concentrating and frowning and sort of having dark thoughts within your Ajna chakra. and that's a sense of having lost control. That chakras have lost control. So using breathing techniques to unblock our chakras is a very powerful thing.
Thank you for explaining. Does anybody else would like to ask a question to Mickey? She's very keen to answer your questions. Please.
Always very keen to explain things and to share things.
Yes.
I've been practicing, as you know, Antonia, for many years, over 25 years. And it's one of my favorite things to do is to encourage and inspire other people to invite these practices in. That's why I was saying that I think just do the 7-day trial, see how you get on. I think that's a great thing that's on the app, because, you know, if you don't feel that you're ready to commit to a breathing practice, or you've never done anything like that before, it's something that's quite new to many people, then give it the 7 days. And when you get the 7-day trial, do it every day, you know. Don't just get the trial and do it one day and then go, oh, I forgot about that, and then it's over. Yeah, you know, just give it a shot every day, commit to it, set an alarm. I really encourage people, I'm always saying that to my students, set an alarm. Don't kid yourself that you're going to do it, you know. Set an alarm and have a sense of purpose about it. You know, like what we're saying about our basic chakra, that center of will. Activate your basic chakra, everyone, today, and join the Breath Up app. Commit to the 7-day trial. Set an alarm in your phone, and go for it. Do it. I really do.
You're back. And yeah, no, it's so true what you said. And in fact, I think since I also joined, you know, Breath Up, I've been practicing breath work and breathing meditation every day. And I think because once you have something that's, you know, you have, it's like you say, not set an alarm, set an intention of doing it. Because if you don't set an intention, you're gonna procrastinate, like you mentioned before.
Yeah, you see how, just like you're just saying there, this shows you all those different energies that we're talking about on all these chakras are coming into being in our everyday experience, whether it's procrastination, worries, sense of loss, or, oh, I don't have the energy, you know, I'm not able to do it. That just talking yourself out of something is in a way that you've lost control. Because if you talk yourself out, why would you talk yourself out of something when you could talk yourself into something? It's the same energy to a certain extent, except one has a positive aspect and one has a negative aspect. Talk yourself out of something or talk yourself into something. So you know, that's a way of thinking about it, if you like. So that's how it all works. You know, there are many things and sayings that we say every day, but we don't really realize that by saying that, that shows that even in our modern Western culture, we're aware of these energies, but what we're not aware of is how they relate to different chakras, whether that's overreactive chakras or underreactive chakras. So that you know, things like, oh, you know, you putting your hand up to your forehead, or, oh, I felt terrible, you know, putting your hand on your heart, oh, I feel so worried, hand on the solar plexus. We're doing it all the time. But we just haven't really thought about how to relate it. So that's a positive thing about thinking about your chakras. and also about your breath, because really, we know at the Breath Hub app that many people are really not, they're just not utilizing the power of their breath and how it can really change life. But we're just not, it's an underrated practice, isn't it? It's the whole thing's underrated. And there are many other things that people think, you know, going out, doing yoga, going out and doing martial arts, going out and running around the block are just one piece of the puzzle. You know, I really encourage people to do lots of different practices all the time, so that they're creating this sense of balance.
We still got another 20 minutes, Mickey. Would you like to do another exercise or?
Yeah. We could do a different breathing technique.
Yes. Yeah. Go
ahead. So what we could do is we could do a technique, if you like, that, well, another one of my favorite breathing techniques is abdominal breathing. And when you do, or like breath of fire, when we do abdominal breathing, once again, it's a great exercise for the morning, because it really stimulates and fires up energy. So when you're doing abdominal breathing, I would always sit up. It's not a breathing exercise like the microcosmic orbit, which you can do in Shavasana, but with abdominal breathing, you really want to be sitting up. So if you've never done abdominal breathing before, when you often when you're in a yoga class or something and the teacher does abdominal breathing, they'll do 30 breaths. But for the purpose of this, we'll do 10. We'll do 3 rounds, and we'll do 10 breaths each, to just give anyone who's not tried this before an opportunity to give it a go. So again, I like to do my breathing exercises sitting in this position, sitting on the back of my heels. But if that is literally impossible, take that big puffy cushion and put it there behind your knees and sit back. So you've got some extra space behind your knees to be able to sit down, and as a step 1 to practice this. Take your hands on your abdomen, and what we're going to focus on this abdominal breathing is the exhale. So it's closing your mouth. It's a nasal breathing exercise, nostril breathing exercise. So you'd be closing your mouth, and I'll just demonstrate first. So take your hand onto your abdomen again, and just have the vision of what we're doing is, it's, if you like, drawing the abdomen in. And so it's abdominal breathing. It's not literally abdominal breathing, because we don't breathe in with our abdominals, but we're using those muscles there to lift the diaphragm up. So it's this snapping the abdominal back, lifting it up, and pushing out the exhale. The inhale just happens automatically. The wonderful thing about our physiology is that we're breathing all the time, and we don't really have to concentrate on it. But what we ask people by breathing exercises is that we do concentrate on it. So taking your hand on your abdomen, fully exhale and inhale, and then exhale. And then relax. So I'm just going to stand up so that you can see what's happening. So I'm doing this. You can see my abdomen is pumping in and out. And it's snapping back. So 4, 5. So we're pushing out the air. And what you're doing in this exercise is you're pushing out the air right the way down to your lower part of your lungs. So we're getting out, especially if you're living in the city like me, where we're inhaling all this dusty air and it's getting stuck in there. So the great thing about abdominal breathing is that we're exhaling, so we're actually pushing out the dead air. So let's just do that together again. So starting 1. So you do 10, then just take a big inhale through the nose at the end and an exhale through the mouth and let it rest. So we'll do that one more time. Okay, exhaling through the nose. Again, because this is an energizing breath, it's a very good practice to do before you're about to do a task or before you're about to practice yoga, because it's firing up the body, getting rid of any dirty or dead energy that's sitting inside of our lungs and pushing it out. So if you have imagined from an energetic point of view, you're exhaling like dirty air and you're inhaling clear, fresh, new. So exhaling dirty air, inhaling fresh, clear prana or energy. And that, again, having incredible health and well-being, physical attributes, but also mentally, you know, when you're not breathing fully, oxygen isn't getting to the brain, and therefore your brain capacity is lower than when you're doing breathing exercises. So that's why I have made that comment about before doing a task. Perhaps if you've got a big meeting on, and that meeting could be something like, you know, going to meet a friend that you haven't seen in a long time, or going to, you know, go to the train station and get on a long journey, and you're thinking about having any kind of negative thoughts about something that's about to happen. And we all do that. So doing a breathing exercising like this, getting energy, getting not just clear energy in, but oxygen up to the brain, clearing our thought processes so that we're able to disperse any of these kind of more shallow thoughts about and worries and anxieties to any situations that are happening. So that's abdominal breathing. Again, those are all you're able to watch those and get involved in them in the Breath Hub app. It's very exciting. It's very exciting stuff. So that's 2 really great exercises amongst many, many more that you'll be doing today, I'm sure, Antonia.
Oh yes, we got full schedule for the all day until 7 o'clock tonight. So
that's exciting.
If anyone would like to ask any questions, otherwise I let you go. Mickey, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge.
Thank you so much. And I hope to see everyone on the Breath Hub app over the next 7 days. Thank you, everyone. Be well. Thank you, Antonia.
Thank you so much.